Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is crazy. I've never seen this before because a lot of these boutique condos that are like these, they usually sell off pretty quick. Like even in New York City, despite how bad it is, I know some of you guys don't like that place. I don't like it either. Like I was born there and I'm so used to seeing rats on the subway. It's crazy. I don't even like New York City that much, but the condos there sell like hotcakes. It is crazy. I mean, like anywhere in Brooklyn, right? I mean, these condos, these small boutique condos, they sell off like in a few months. In Manhattan, these condos, some of them sell off in a few weeks. And it's really hot, right? Even in places like Miami, some smaller condos on Miami Beach, for example, or like North Upper Miami, whatever, like these smaller condos, they tend to sell well. A lot of people do like the smaller development. So you do see this building. It looks absolutely dope. It's really nice. Really cool architecture, I guess, if you're interested in this zigzaggy type of look. But you have fat windows, it's 5 stories, and it's not in the trenches. It's actually in a very, very good place. 603 Tennessee Street. You're right next to the water. You got some pretty cool stuff. You got some pretty cool companies. This is actually a really good part of town. So we don't have anything bad about that. And if you drop the little guy on the Google Maps, it's actually a pretty phenomenal location, all things considered. Look at how good this location is, right? It's clean. This is one of the last bastions of San Francisco where there isn't any homelessness or open air drug markets. And guess what? They can't sell a single unit. So brand new San Francisco condo complex is handing it back to the lender. That's crazy because I've seen this on Zillow so many times and nobody wants this unit. It's kind of sad because it's actually a pretty fantastic unit. And it's not like a bad unit. I mean, this unit has like pretty good amenities. The condos are pretty nice, but look at this, right? Even like the condo right next to the unit that we just saw, it can't even be sold. Dude, it's like 1,300 square feet. You get a garage space, and it's like a nice boutique look. You get your own floor, and it's only 1.1 million. What? Dude, like, I remember back in like the peak of San Francisco real estate, 1,300 square feet is going to cost you $2 million, maybe even $2.2 million for a location like this, not $1.1 million. As you can see, real estate prices have drastically fallen. And I'm sure these developers probably started building and doing all this permit work back in like 2020 or maybe even 2019. So they were expecting the real estate prices to keep going up or at least stabilize at the top. That's why they bought this and built this. But then once they completed it, in 2022 and 2023, they started noticing, oh, nobody wants to buy San Francisco real estate because this place is just so garbage. And it's sad, okay? This is a pretty much a big example to show other developers to not come to San Francisco and sell condos or build apartments. And what's going on is a lot of developers are halting major projects like Hayes Points, in the Civic Center. It's a 74-story condo building with apartments and offices. They have fully halted construction and they don't want to build anything. I mean, look at some of these units. Like, here's another unit. Absolutely gorgeous, 2,000 square feet, basically a mansion with views of the whole city, selling for $2.6 million. And here's the thing, you could probably get it down to $2 million, they'll probably sell it. Not to mention you get a garage space as well. Here's the thing, units like these will go for like $5 million in San Francisco, easy. These are like the penthouse classes. So real estate prices have really, really fallen. And I'm sure you guys are like, oh, but it's still super expensive. Absolutely. This is the listed price. I'm sure if you ask them for 30% off and you tell 10 of these landlords and property owners, at least one of them will bite. One of them will say yes to it. Here's the thing, even got downtown Nordstrom closing doors. Tourism is barely even existing. And so many big corporations are leaving. They don't want to stay in San Francisco. And this is why condo complexes are going back to the lender. Here's the thing. The builder and landlord of this building, he doesn't want to give it back to the bank, right? It's stupid. You're losing so much money if you give it back to the bank. He just wants to sell like at least maybe 70 or 80% of the units. That way he can make like his initial money back and some more. And I also saw this unit on LoopNet as well. This whole entire building was on LoopNet for like $15 to $20 million, but not a single person wanted it. So now it's back to the lender, and it sucks. It's actually pretty scary to see this. And I'm pretty sure he tried to rent this out, but nobody wanted to rent it. He tried to maybe rent out to companies or people, but not a single person wanted this unit. And that's what I'm saying here, right? Property values in San Francisco are dirt cheap. Nobody wants these properties. The biggest mall in San Francisco has closed down. They list it for sale, but nobody wants it. There's no tenants. There's no more companies. In San Francisco, the retail area is totally abandoned. Stores are now abandoned in downtown San Francisco. Target has left. Whole Foods has left. Office Depot under the parking lot has left. And the amount of shoplifting in San Francisco is at an all-time high. At this point, there is no law. And people even joke about what's the point of having police when you call them, nothing even happens. Shoplifting is basically legal at this point. That's what it feels like. And store owners are completely sick and tired. These CVS and Walgreens and convenience stores are locked down harder than the PS5s in Best Buy. I mean, look at this. They're spending more money on security and glass doors and locks for ice cream than just simply making money. It's a place you don't want to be in. I mean, there's even like an employee at Target saying they get shoplifted every 10 minutes. People just slip small items in their pocket, walk out. Security cameras catch it, they report it, nothing ever gets done. So up at this point, San Francisco, people even joke about what's the point of even like buying stuff when we just steal stuff and just get away with it. And it's just a crazy city to be. Like, even like the federal building, aka also got Nancy Pelosi, it looks like this. No wonder the federal building is telling their employees to just not work at the office, just work from home. Imagine a federal building telling their employees that their city is so dangerous that just work from home. And they didn't even give them a time of when to come back, which basically means work from home forever, because they're probably not changing this. The city's gonna look like this forever. And it's just so garbage. San Francisco is such a great place to armed theft. Imagine if there's so much theft they could easily catch all this on camera. It's a failed city, guys. It's a massive dump at this point. It just looks like this 24/7, and the city doesn't care. Oh, you got whole condo complexes being handed back to the lender because you can't sell a single unit because of bad street conditions. Well, we're not going to do anything as a city. And this just amazes me, right? I mean, I get it, guys. There's crime. There's bankruptcies. There's foreclosures. There's all this bad stuff in every city. But in a lot of cities, when you see this many retailers leave, you start changing things up. You start to become harsher. Because the moment when a lot of these big retailers, developers, and condo developers leave, your city is, well, all things considered, are basically screwed at that point. So, San Francisco, it's tough. It's probably not going to recover. It's going to get worse, in my opinion. And yeah, it's pretty shocking to see this whole entire complex being handed back to the bank. This isn't even like bad of a unit. This is like really good in a good location. Like, during the peak of San Francisco real estate, this would have easily been sold out in like 2 months. Easily. At like record prices. I mean, the neighborhood's great. Got other low-rise condo buildings. And it's like not selling at all despite it being a great location. Even like the Mission here. This really, really nice place of bars and clubs, restaurants are now slowly shutting down. Sad times for San Francisco.